hopefully you keep up the good work. While at the same time, all those skipped orders are probably driving Anthony or
Let's ask Myrna and Vorgoth about these hauntings.
Emmerich mentioned displaced wisps. Something to watch for.
Emmerich, your return is most welcome. We require the aid of watchers.
Your letter spoke of hauntings?
Are the spirits freed by the gods?
They have concretized into a variety of forms. Left unchecked, these spirits will cause great harm.
They must be put to rest.
This haunting was once a spirit of curiosity.
It has turned to a darker purpose.
We must keep track of our skeletal assistants. Rook, Professor, a new group of Venatori trespass in the Shrouded Halls.
The gall of them!
They come in search of plunder.
We'll put a stop to that.
The Shrouded Halls have been left in appalling condition.
Memory wanes.
That
Arm yourselves.
Well, they're down to 5 for my one. Oh, for the press break. Yeah, they had 8 total. That's okay.
We shall meet again.
Where's awesome? Get left with all the CEOs and none of them have this argument.
What do we have here? Let's see if we can figure this out. Let's see if we can figure this out. That did it. That did it. Here's one of those scattered wisps you mentioned, Emmerich.
It's out of alignment. Let's find a receptacle for it while it recovers.
We got it. What do we have here? The door's locked. Maybe it'll open if we bring more wisps.
Big door. Something important inside?
They're powerfully warded, and yet... someone passed through these doors not long ago.
There we go.
Wisp, is it? That locked door needs another one.
Right. Let's look around. That last wisp's unlocked this door. Let's take a look.
There! Finished it! Good to go again. Dead Venatori. How'd they get through a locked door?
Excellent question.
Right, on 'em!
Sealed tight.
Are you Venatori? Are there sniffing rats? What fall have you all? This vault's riches are mine. I tore them from the dead, and with me, they will remain.
Was that a demon?
I'm afraid so. And a powerful one, to have been kept behind such ancient locks instead of simply banished.
Let's search around. Maybe the Venatori know something. This note says the door's seals are tied to demons out in the world. Killing them unseals the door, but they'll keep returning until we destroy whatever's behind the door itself.
We can handle a few demons.
The Order would be grateful. I've never even heard of this spirit.
Let's keep an eye out.
Trouble ahead.
Attack from afar!
Ready again. Ranged attackers.
Ready, please!
They're at range.
Can't do this without a wisp.
Good work, everyone.
Those are bones. Has this spirit been scattering someone's corpse around?
It considers this all a game. Let's return the remains to where they belong.
You got it.
The bones we found just disappeared.
How?
Let's try this again. That did it. The bones are back where they should be.
Navara is dedicated to preserving the deceased. I suppose the Grand Acropolis may seem a bit exotic to everyone but Rook.
There was a girl in my village who put her dolls in dramatic scenes. This is kind of like that, isn't it? Except with dead people.
I don't trust it. Did you just hear something?
Take it to him!
The gods demand more!
I am your vessel!
We demand blood!
A solid blow!
That the last of them?
Venatori sure made themselves cozy here.
The cultists will be staying longer than they imagined.
Let's see if we can figure this out.
Of course.
These are instructions. Lighting candles will drive away malign spirits from the vaults.
An ancient practice. Let us see if it avails us.
Let's look for those candles we have that will cleanse this place. Last candle. The vaults should be quiet now.
The air grows lighter already.
So did Little Stitch take any beatings at all? Probably just be. Realistically, that's just the spot, Sergio. Unless he's allowed to have full control over it. And be able to kind of pick his own crew.
More Venatori. They're summoning a demon this time.
Your defeat! Get clear!
End them now!
Their defiance is impossible!
I feel your
Kind of already accepting.
That one, that one! Combine our will! Good hit!
Work that fodder.
Never say the word to me anymore.
Looks like the Venatori plan on taking a few things with them.
The villains.
Myrna and Vorgoth will be happy. That's the last of the trespassing Venatori.
It's a travesty so many of them gathered here undetected. We really must raise some new corpse guards.
Yeah, you never talked to me either. And I came in at one. Yeah. Case in point, though, I think I would kind of put that up today under the remains to be seen inventory.
I'm pleased to travel with you, Scout Harding.
Just call me Harding. Should I call you Professor Volkarin?
Oh no, Emmerich will do. This doesn't seem a group to insist on formality.
I'm surprised some of us still wear
You know, I
pants.
don't deny it. You never like to take anything that, will be interesting. I don't like have any belief that anything happened. Stays a shifty. Him and Sergio can have plenty of quality time. Because I know how much he looks forward to it all the time.
What's he wanting?
Get out of there!
The attack from a distance!
Ranged incoming! Gotta move!
They're firing at us! Attack from a distance!
I'm good.
must move!
Coming at range. They're shooting for us.
Under fire!
That thing was like an evil Manfred.
Manfred would never be so vicious. Though, when pressed the wrong way, errant spirits of curiosity sometimes turn to malice.
Think this wisp wants something. Let's try this again. Let's try this again. Russ? Thanks.
Very generous.
I wish I could breathe fire.
I'm sorry, but I find it completely unnatural.
I don't get why you think cremation's so bad. Everyone outside Navarra burns their dead.
All those lost vessels, fine mansions reduced to ash. Manfred, for instance, how would his wisp have fared if I hadn't given it a body?
Where or who'd you get his body from?
There was no single donor. The arms were recovered from a charnel pit. The ribs were a gift from a dear friend. And Manfred's wisp picked out his own skull from some donations. That was quite the day. He's been fine company during my necropolis excursions ever since.
What does Manfred understand exactly?
Simple things, but he grows. Spirits of curiosity are voracious learners. The more he experiences, the more sophisticated his conclusions. With guidance, of course.
Manfred's very aware for one of the common dead.
Isn't he? You can see why I couldn't leave him behind. I encountered him as a wisp in the necropolis years ago. A simple spirit, but so curious. He refused to leave my side.
So, you built a skeleton for the spirit to live in?
Spirits are formed from the emotions and desires of people in the mortal realm. Manfred's wisp came from curiosity. It's these spirits which animate the dead. Their drive revives the corpse, yet the corpse colors their actions. Thus, the eternal question, are undead inhuman spirits puppeting a body, or does some shade of the departed return?
I feel something of the soul returns when we revive the deceased.
That's my view as well. It's difficult, isn't it, to prove those lingering glimpses may be grace.
Wow.
Well?
You know, you sound different when you talk mourn watch things. Way fancier.
I do no such... No, I don't.
Thanks, Professor. I learned a lot today.
My pleasure. How thoughtful, Rook.
Well, it's all as you left it.
Close enough. I think the caretaker's been tidying up. Rook, now's not the best time to chat. Let's talk later.
Later then.
for the injured and the blighted just arrived. Sent by the Shadow Dragons.
Allies in Minrathous. I never would have thought it.
I have already penned your thank you note. Rook, Viago and I are visiting the new memorial. For those we've recently lost.
I understand the Moonwatch is always interested in these proceedings. You are welcome to join us.
I would be honored to pay respects to your dead.
We are not here to be formal. There have been enough funerals.
Did you know? I was just turning to say something to Air the other day. Before I remembered, she was no longer there.
Fletcher.
I didn't know Chance for long, but he seemed like a good man.
Terrible taste in furniture. He always smothered everything in gold. I'll miss hearing him complaining that I complain about it.
The diamond, the entire city feels so empty. I wonder if it will ever not feel that way.
Just another thing the gods have to answer for.
A fine sentiment. For the day you face the gods. And there is only so much good their deaths will bring. We must make the rest for ourselves.
Let's hope there is something in that. When did you get here? A while ago. I was reading the letters. Messages for loved ones. Prayers to the Maker. A few letters are to people I would have liked to know again.
All these words for the dead. Do you believe anyone or anything sees them?
After I was captured by the Venatori, I would have said no. How could the Maker or any power permit what happened in that place? After all we have seen, I still don't know who, if anyone, hears our cries. But now, I hope they do.
Who else did you lose in Treviso? Other crows?
A few. Not all were crows. Some just lived daily lives in the city. Local merchants, people who put out the morning coffee as we headed to bed. After the ossuary, I wanted to walk by and see them again. As if I could return to where I left off.
Is there anything else we should say?
I did mention this isn't formal. But we should do something.
A toast, then. Something we promise the dead we will think about over drinks to come.
Those we lost. They'll never be forgotten.
Never is a long time. But let us try. The crows rule Antiva, and tonight we mourn with her. There's an interesting letter there, Rook.
An merchant has information on the Anton?
Mistress Trella would not waste our time.
We are stretched thin. Too many compatriots lost to the Blight, or what crawls out of it. Meet with Mistress Trella. Find out what the Antam are up to.
So, hiring the demon of Virantium was your suggestion.
It was a possible lead. Finding things and tracking Venatori. That's what I'm here for.
After all the jobs I did in Minrafis, the last thing I expected was a Devinter mage to be involved in breaking.
Can't get along. Got it covered.
There you go. Save a little for the rest of us, Rook.
Nali moves yours.
So, hiring the demon of Virantium was your suggestion.
It was a possible lead. Finding things and tracking Venatori. That's what I'm here for.
After all the jobs I did in Minrafis, the last thing I expected was a Devinter mage to be involved in breaking me out.
Well, good. I hate for assassins to find me predictable.
So much suffering. The gods are sending a warning to other cities.
I was trained to deal with Junie.
An art merchant with information on the Antab lives near here. Hello? You alright? Done.
I'll unlock the door. Come in, please.
My saviors, welcome!
Iago said you had information on the Anton. Are they after you?
They barricaded me in and said I would starve unless I handed over the contents of my gallery. Lately, they've been taking paintings, sculptures, all sorts of treasures. And to think I overheard someone in the market yesterday bragging about dealing with the atrocious brutes. The market master might know more about what those dreadful Antam are up to. I'm in your bed. Please, look around. The blight has changed the skyline completely. I've heard dreadful little things live inside it. I hope Dir Viago can make next week's exhibition.
Alright, we should talk to the Market Master if we want to learn why...
Lighted on the left, other injuries on the
Hello.
right.
This
Don't let
might
the
sound
lights
strange, but I was told you might know about Antam stealing paintings.
It's bad for business, and somebody here knows something. Everyone notices the master of the market, but you stay hidden. Listen near the stalls. You might learn something about our Antam art collectors.
Let's listen carefully around the market. Don't want to scare anyone off.
Hardly got any sleep last night. Just the thought of living next to the blight.
Makes you sick, doesn't it?
Barely any customers today.
It's a wonder anyone still lives in the city, the way it is now.
But I mean, Antam, I didn't think they went in for things like fancy paintings.
I wouldn't know anything about... Well, that would explain the Antam who came by not an hour ago. They took my best sculpts without paying.
Huh. Right here?
Oh, yes. I did hear they've been piling up stolen goods in a camp in the Drowned district.
We're close to that camp where the Antam took their merchant stolen sculptures.
Let's finish this! We need to close it!
Shut up, be the rest.
Take them down!
We're under fire. Look out!
Nice hit!
We're under fire.
They're at range!
Got us at a distance. Seems ready.
Okay, let's look around for that stolen art. Is there any sign of what the Antam are doing with it? Nothing here.
Because even with it going across a lot of it, spread out the way well enough to where it doesn't pass with the two bugs. best case scenario if you can.
Still nothing.
Strange. You'd think a few statues would stand out.
Still nothing. I don't see anything that merchant in the market was talking about. No stolen art.
I've got a hunch we should check with him again.
Pressbreak gonna make it?
We can size anyone from dwarves to Kunari. All our clothing is resistant to bloodstains.
What is a governor supposed to be doing in times of extreme?
That merchant who said the Antam stole his artwork. He's with the Venatori. Bet he caught us listening in.
So he sent us off on a chase. Should have seen it coming.
The note said the Antam are trading the art to Venatori collectors in exchange for rare magical components.
Mierda. As if they'd
Okay. We're close to the camp where Antam are trading with the Venatori for magical components.
Kill them!
Your heresy bulletproof!
Now it's your turn. My job's done. Your turn.
That just speeds up.
Nice move.
Nice work!
Finale for sure.
Alright, let's find out what the Antam and the Venatori are actually doing here.
And they only got 8 to start. And you're back ordering 6 of the 8. I'm sorry, by myself. Literally me being by myself. I still managed to accomplish more than that. That just tells me they're not even focused on finishing.
This note is about Gatlock, that Canary blasting powder. The Antam are using magical components from the Venatori to make it more explosive, much more explosive.
Well, look at what they can achieve when they work together.
We must go to Deandiago with this as soon as possible.
Agreed.
The Antam gates are slowing everything down.
To be expected.
Good news? The Venatori are helping the Antam make their Gatlock explosives even more powerful.
What?
It's not ready yet. They're still experimenting.
Then we have some time. The Crows will investigate.
We had better. I am sure we'd be among the Antam's first targets.